First, I am a woman. I am an African born in America. My father is from Senegal, West Africa. My mother is from Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I am an older sister, which is very important to me. I'm also a radio producer by profession. Actually more like a sound documentarian / radio producer.
Some of my identities, how long do you have? Poet, artist, writer, lesbian, black, female. Go on and on. Some of them overlap, some of them are completely disparate.
My identities are lesbian, woman, queer, feminist, a musician, recovering Jew, young person, citizen of the world. What haven't I mentioned yet? I think I covered it all. Maybe not.
I'm a stud, I'm an AG, I'm a dom, I'm a butch. You know, I guess depending on what group of people you talk to, the label that people like to give me.
Well, what concerns me about documenting my life as a lesbian is that I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want to just be discussed historically as a lesbian, you know, because there are other identities that I have, but I think it's really important to be discussed as a lesbian, just not just as a lesbian, if that makes sense. If that makes sense.
The Lesbian Herstory Archives has developed a specific and detailed mission statement about access to the collection, about who can access it and how they can use it. And it's different from traditional archives in a couple of ways.
I am the founder and project director of an oral history project called None on Record: Stories of Queer Africa. And basically what we do is we audio archive queer Africans from the continent and in the diaspora, meaning that they're first generation Africans or they migrated to countries outside of their own in the diaspora, in the African diaspora. And so from there, we're archiving lesbian stories, women who identify as lesbian, but we're also archiving stories of gay men, transgendered people, bisexual people, people who identify as queer, two-spirited, or any other way that people can self-identify outside of heterosexuality within an African context.
I didn't want to be a lesbian when I was younger. So to allow myself to be archived as one, it's kind of coming full circle.
Materials that are for lesbians only, and that is respected in the collection. And so people who aren't lesbians aren't permitted to see those materials.
You know, people when they die, they're like, oh, I'll get cremated, I'll get buried. I don't really think about that more. I think about my stuff and how should it be displayed in an archive and how much space would I have in an archive for my things. Would it be valuable enough for the other lesbian community to have my things? That's kind of what I think about. What would I produce and would I just be one little book on the shelf? I don't know.
I'm very much into the idea of 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. So I know that while I'm living here, that I have a responsibility not only to myself and my community, but also to the community that will exist in the future. So in a lot of ways, archiving to me is kind of a way to affirm myself and to affirm other Black lesbians that will live 100 years from now. To say that, you know, I existed and I was part of something.